Hello there, how are you doing? And welcome back to the Arctic winter here and out of war. Now, in the last few episodes there, we've been kind of establishing our wash plant there, as well as this dump deck on the top of our mountain here. But it has occurred to me that we've no access to our road, to this dump deck, let's say. You can see our Jeep all the way over there. That's kind of where the road has been built up as far as. So I need to jump on my loader today. It is up here, parked up on my platform. We need to dig all this out here. And we need to build some sort of a ramp over here so at least we have access to get some fuel and get some other machinery up here so we can put it to work. And since the loader is here, I've decided that that is the machine we're going to use for this job. Hopefully I'll have enough fuel in this there to complete all of this, or else I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. I suppose we can always just drop a fuel tank if we get desperate, but let's hope it doesn't come to this, or come to that I should say. Before I started there, I just ran around and kind of cleaned up things with a little bit of a concrete work and some railings there, some staircases just to connect kind of all the infrastructure we laid down there in the last episode. And I actually need to run over to my plant and switch that coal power source on. It is one thing I forgot to do. One big jump might get us up here. There we go. So we can go ahead and turn this on. And the hopper there, you can see, been fed from our dump deck all the way over. That's good, so it's going to be nice and efficient here. I don't think there's going to be much, seems to be a little bit of pay dirt mixed in there with the actual dirt. This is a huge machine, so it shouldn't take us too long here to clean out this bit of a ditch we have in front of us, or this peak of the mountain I should say. Let me just hit the back side of my dump deck there just to make sure that the second floor hoppers are in fact working, but I can see the dirt running up them there, so it's working away nicely. A little bit caught for space up here right now, but every scoop we take out of this you'll hear it's going to improve that for us. We're pretty much already through here. We're breaking through I should say. Now I don't want to use too much concrete up here on this, as on the lower parts of the mining operation there's pretty much concrete everywhere, so it'd be nice change of a pace just to kind of use the natural terrain itself. I mean, of course at some points here, like I'm talking about building a little bit of a bridge over our conveyor there, there's going to be no choice but to lay down some concrete. And I suppose the long-term goal here is to actually completely mine down this mountain. Like, we're quite high, far up here in elevation. Kind of we're really out there. Well, let's just wait for our terraforming to unlock there, and we'll take the last couple of scoops and kind of go over there and line up where I want that bridge to be. And we can dig a little bit down there, see if we can't carve ourselves out a bit of a dirt path down. At least scrape the top layer of ice off. I should probably put a GPS on this machine rather than just eyeball it, but we'll see how we get on here in the next couple of scoops. Again, just eyeballing it. Looks about right there. Can kind of turn. It's a really thick ice in this map. It's not too hard to just scrape it down to the dirt. But that's okay, it's all part of the fun. We have some decent weather here this evening. For once it's always some sort of stormy condition on this map, it feels like. Or maybe I'm just being a little bit unlucky with it. Okay, we have a little bit of a lip there, I'm noticing, so we can just go ahead and patch this up real quickly. Kind of have this the last grade of our concrete foundation there. And okay, on the edge here we can go ahead and get our ramp piece number 1 put in, just so that tires are having a little bit of an easier time getting up onto the actual platform itself. It's unfortunate that I'm having to rotate each and every one of them, but we're getting a little bit of luck now. If I just angle it towards the corner there, that's good. Alrighty, so how are we doing? Yeah, we're almost over to where I want to be. Just a couple more scoops of that top layer of ice now and we'll be good. And whoa, that machine is not looking too healthy on the right side there. Alright, let's just go ahead and scrape out a little bit of this ice as well, just to give ourselves some room when we're turning up here, or when we're taking this corner. Turn. Yeah, we got a full bucket. I can always come up here and throw down some gravel anyway and smooth it out there with the roller. It doesn't have to be, you know, too pretty. So I think I'm going to jump out now and kind of work out this bridge over that conveyor system there, and hopefully we can actually make it wide enough to actually get this machinery over it. So the first thing we're going to need is some blocks, and I have those in my inventory. Now then, so we have a pipe system here. So I don't want to crush that with a ramp. Let's just go ahead there and lay this out as a guide. Oops, left one up top there, but I'll grab that when I have my ramp put together. So then, let's go ahead and lay out these ramp pieces and see how she's looking. It's the wrong way. So ramp piece number 1, there you are, and then we'll get our number 2 down. It's the wrong way again there. It's just 5 grid wide, but the loader at least should be able to get over it. Number 4 there. Alright, so if I just use my concrete block underneath here then just to set up the next section of ramp there. And again, let's get a block piece out here. So we're going to completely block up this side. Might as well put that there to save us one piece at least. And we can probably get one more section here of this down. May need a few more sections actually. The digging I did there didn't actually benefit me much when it comes to this part of it. So let's just keep going. And back to ramp piece number 1 there. Number 2. Alrighty, so I should be able to get the machine up there with not much hassle. Let's actually drive it up just to make sure that I can make that turn with no issue. There's a bit of ice there, I'll have to go ahead and dig that out, but yeah, it's plenty wide enough for this machine at least. But this is just one of many big machines we need to bring up here. Alrighty, so let's get the sledge out there. So then it's kind of unfortunate that we're just going to drive straight over the top of this here. I should have allowed for that really, but it should be no problem. It's not going to be driving on the belt itself. Let me actually go into the store there and do a refill on my materials. Turn my caps lock off there. So let's just grab a whole bunch of those. Now we also want our polished concrete ramp pieces. We can again go ahead and just buy a whole crap load of them. Money is not an issue right now, that's for sure. So that's going to keep us well stocked there for a long time to come. So then hopefully I can lay this out. So it's 5 pieces wide on the other side there, and that seems to be lined up pretty nicely. So I think we can start ramping down immediately there. We're not allowing on the other side there, we were trying to avoid crushing those pipes on our water refinery. Managed to put 2 pieces in wrong that time, no surprise, really. Alrighty, so then I will have to build up around underneath below this. There, get some support underneath us, but that's not issue. Main issue there may be just trying to get myself up high enough. That's quite a large hole down there. So let's get ourselves a concrete block here just to make it a little bit easier to build this next piece. If I could get it to line up where I would like it, please, come on. Okay, that will do. Jump up onto the ramp itself here to make this a little bit easier. Okay, and piece number 4. So then I'm thinking, let's just get out some concrete here and make a platform here that I can turn. But when I'm coming down here, I'm going to be turning out this way. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue there. Alrighty, and we can fill in this a little bit. So let's just go another couple of grids out here, just in case I drive off the side there at some point. It's highly possible. Now can I get down here and actually build this up so it's not just floating in the air? And we'll throw one in there, why not? A little bit more building then. Just so my OCD isn't kicking in every time I see it, a floating platform. You can see we did the same over there where we built the dump deck. We just blocked it all up there to give that the appearance that it is well supported. And it is well supported with this expensive concrete. Of course. Only the best for this mine. So then that's not ideal, but I managed to sneak a block in there. Got lucky there with my cursor. There we go, that's looking pretty decent there, I think. And while we're here, let's actually go into the store there and get ourselves a couple of railings, throw them down. Let's just get a bunch of those as well, why not? I use them relatively often here. If nothing else, I'll be able to clearly see the edge of that platform there. So then, I should really connect this path over here to my existing path. And I suppose the dozer is the machine to do that with. Let's just take a spin over there in the loader just to make sure everything here. Oh, while we're up top here, let's get ourselves some railings here. But once we get all the machinery over to where we're using it once, that's all that really matters. I'm not quite sure if that large rock truck I have would actually fit over here. Perhaps it would. I have my doubts. Maybe we'll test it out there in a moment. So that's not looking too bad there. This machine can get off here, no problem whatsoever. There wasn't really much of a need for that platform there. And yeah, I'll get the dozer out here and we'll scrape a path there to connect over to the bridge that we just built over that conveyor system. That's looking pretty nice, relatively happy with that. But let's get this loader back parked up. Ooh. Almost wiped out my little Jeep there. I think that's my least favorite vehicle in the game, that Jeep. Yeah, you should work on that a little bit. It's a bit of a nuisance to use it to get around. Alright, so let's go ahead here and scrape out this ice, get it off my ramp here at the very minimum. There's a little bit of cleaning up to do there with some more block work, but we won't stress too much about it either. Let's just park this up over here for now. We can get down another couple of ramp pieces here. So that is a number 4, I believe, is it? It is not. That's a number 1, in fact. Very good. That's fine, it's only a bit of ice. Let's not get bogged down with that. Alright, so my dozer, where's my dozer? It's in my inventory, of all places. It's a good place to have it. So then we'll jump into it there and scrape this pad over there. And we'll be all connected to our new facility, and we can start our mining operations. I do need to get some fuel up here, and I am aware that there is a fuel truck, so I may actually go ahead and invest in that. It would be a nice way to bring up here rather than just dropping a fuel tank. Alrighty then, so we're on our existing path, so I think we can just start carving into the ground here and pushing our way over. Hopefully we can keep this relatively smooth so there won't be much needs to get the roller going over here. My roller is actually out of fuel over in the mountainside there, so I do need to sort that out at some point. Ideally today. This is probably going to be used. My plan to keep things smooth is not going well at all. Okay, we're just sliding, so let's just go with it. We're heading in kind of the right direction, that's the main thing. Digging a little bit far down there for my liking. Let's raise that blade. Come on, get up there, you can do it. Where are you cutting? You can see it's cut into the ice there on the bank. Sliding, 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 but at least we're at our target location. Come on, just a little bit further. Alright. So then I think I'm going to actually get a bit of a gravel then, just to kind of tidy up this path here. Why not? So I will in fact need a roller. Once I can push this dozer over here in this final bit of a stretch, we'll jump out there and take a look at it. Can I just push this over the side perhaps? Yeah, so that worked out reasonably well there. By reasonably well, I mean not at all well, to be quite honest. It's quite a huge slope. But, let's see what we can do to fix it up a little bit here. So that's a fine parking space for you now, Mr. D11. So then, like I said, I think I'm going to get some gravel down here just to kind of define this roadway. So we'll go ahead there and we'll actually just buy a whole stack of it, why not? So I can go ahead then and kind of fill in this big depression I'm after making here in the ground. So this is going to take quite a while. I may in fact gravel the whole mountain weight path there. So I'll take a few minutes to do this here and lay out. Well, it'll probably take more than a few minutes, to be quite honest with you, but I'll catch back up with you there. And we'll get some fuel up here and roll over this gravel with a roller and see how things are looking then. So give me half an hour to an hour, I would say, and we'll see how it's looking. Okay, so it didn't actually take too much time there, but I'm down at the end of my mountain path there. You can see all the gravel I've laid out here on this side of the crest of the hill where our wash plant and new facilities are. So let me just finish. If I could say the word correctly, it would be a help. But let me just finish up laying out the rest of this gravel here, and I will jump in that roller, but I'm pretty sure she's completely out of fuel, or if not completely out, basically. So then let's just so it's actually broken and we have fuel low. So then let me get down to the bottom of the hill here in the base camp, let's call it for now. It's essentially what it's acting at, and let's go into our store here and take a look. Let's get rid of that gravel there. I probably need it, but we can buy more again if need be. So, fuel truck. So there it is, 190k. Let's get this and test it out. I think it'll be quite a fun addition to have a little vehicle to bring up every now and then to refuel the machinery up there. Now, my understanding of this truck is it doesn't actually come with any fuel in it. And that's quite a nice looking vehicle actually. Oh, I'm impressed. But my understanding is it comes empty. Okay, and I can see on the right of the screen here there's a little percentage or a little meter that's filling up. And it's taking my money there quite quickly. Not that it's a problem, but it's kind of nice. I guess if you're getting this early on in the game, be a little bit mindful that it's going to be expensive there to fill it up. And I guess we're going to have 15,000 liters, maybe 20. Okay, and we're almost full. So it's holding 18,000 liters, beautiful. Alrighty, and we can definitely feel the weight on the back of this now. A little bit sluggish there to pick up speed. It's a nifty little thing this. Oh, good God. Take it easy. But it's stuck to the road. It handles really well. Wow. I'm impressed with this, I have to say. Alrighty then, let's get this up to the roller and then... Oh, what are we catching on there? Catching on the ramp itself, I believe. But that's okay, it's having no issue gaining some speed on this ramp here. Alrighty, so let's just pull that up here beside this. So then let's fix the broken parts first of all. Oops, didn't mean to tab out of that there, and we were back there. Alrighty, so let's just see then in my inventory what is broken here. So it's the battery, the turbo, the battery and the turbo. Okay. We're going to our store there and replace those. We'll get ourselves a high quality one, and we'll get ourselves a high quality turbo there as well. Because why not? And those will slip back in there nice and easily. No mechanic needed. And we should have a battery there somewhere. There it is. Okay, beautiful. So we can refuel then. Okay, and we've got full fuel on that. And it didn't actually take a whole lot off my fuel truck there, which is very nice indeed. Alrighty, so we're kind of caught up here. Let's try and maneuver our way out. Swing her around without falling off the side there. Beautiful. Alrighty then, let's roll this gravel out. Do a nice little change of pace here. The majority of my work is, of course, is digging holes. Okay, so it's not ideal. Maybe we can angle this vibra a little bit. If we come to the right there, oh, come to the right, we might be able to get it up here. Just about. Okay. I'll have to do a couple of passes, unfortunately, but that's alright. It'll be worth it in the end, I'm positive of that. It's quite a steep hill here, this initial incline. It's not too bad. Once we get up to the top of this here, it's relatively flat after that, with a couple of smaller inclines. We'll just keep it going in a straight line now for as far as we can. And then get up there, little roller. I believe in you. Okay, we need to turn a bit now without rolling backwards. A little bit of cheating there with the parking brake, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. Come on, get up there. A little bit of dirt showing up there through the gravel, but it's okay. As long as the majority of it is gravel, I don't mind too much. Let's try and turn her then. And that is nice. Okay, so that's the hard bit out of the way, but I would say, for now. So I'll hug this right side here on the way back up the mountain. And we'll come back down on the opposite side. And we should have a decent little pathway for ourselves then. This little roller really is impressive. It's quite powerful for being a small little machine here. Okay, kind of coming up to the next tricky part here, where you kind of have a very steep hill with a corner at the top and bottom of it. Let's kind of apply the brakes here so that vibra has a chance to compact the ground there. Put that gravel down into the dirt there for me. Okay, that's nice. I packed in a bit of gravel there. There was a kind of a large hole in the ground, so hopefully that will improve things a little bit there on that particular corner. And I can get up there. Get up. Slowly but surely. A bit of ice sticking through there, but that's not the end of the world. I can get over that. It's quite wide here, the path. Not quite sure how I did that. May need a third pass on that particular section, we'll see. Okay, and we have a bit of a hill coming up now, but it's not too steep, so we shouldn't have too many issues here. I feel like those notches on the vibro are really helping us out here, sticking in and dragging us forward. Not quite sure what the intentions are on those grooves on the barrel of this. Not quite sure what to call the actual part that's compacting the gravel there. Quite a large lump of gravel there, but we got over it. I think I'll grab myself a screenshot there. I do like how that looks, I must admit. Bit of an overhang there. I'll come back at some point and take care of that with a little bit of a explosive, I think. But it's not kind of harming anybody right now. It's completely frozen solid. Although it's a bit worrying that the sunshine is directly on it at the moment. So maybe I should take care of that fairly soon. And we can just get up the crest of this hill here. We're basically on the home straight, back to where we started essentially. And then get up there, sunshine. You can do it. So we have a nice kind of easy flat section coming up here for the rest of this. That's the hard bit done anyway, that's for sure. And I suppose the final test for my gravel road here will be actually getting that fuel truck up here. I'm sure it'll have no problems. It felt like it had an awful lot of power. Too much power of anything. I did slightly wander off course up here on the left side, as you can see, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. My Jeep is running there. I suppose when you tab over into vehicles, it actually starts them up, so if you're tabbing around for a bit of fast travel, just be aware that your vehicles will be running. It turned out quite nice over here, to be honest. Let's just drive it over the edge here and completely smooth that out there. That's nice. Alrighty, let's get myself turned around here, and it's going to be much quicker going back down the hill. We kind of have the difficult part done now, I would say. We can go ahead and turn that viber off so we can turn around a little bit quicker here. There we go. Let's get it started again. We'll try and hit as much as this opposite side on the way down now, just so we have a nice wide path here. My dozer is running there, I can hear it. Oop, don't want to go too far. Let's try and get that high pints there. It's nice. And we'll take this corner wide, try and get as much of that compacted as possible. There we go, worked out decently well. Alrighty, we'll have to tap the brakes on the way down here just to give that a vibra the time it needs to compact this gravel into the dirt there. Make everything nice and smooth. Oh, don't fall off the side, please. Oh. And I'm actually fully pressing the brake there. Believe it or not. It's safe to say that we're out of control. Another steep part coming up here. Try and be careful as I can coming down. Hopefully the gravel will cover over that ice there. Cover the ice I was looking at, but left a bigger patch behind. What can you do? Can't win them all. Alrighty, and this is probably going to be the most difficult section coming up of this second pass here, getting up this hill. So we can kind of line this up and keep it reasonably straight, keep our momentum without sliding off to the side. I'm gonna have to turn in a little bit there. Okay. Oh man, get up there. You can do it. Almost there. Come on. Just slowly chewing away at that pile of gravel. Okay, safe to say we're stuck there, so let's just hit this a couple of whacks there. Help that machine out a little bit. There we go, forward momentum again. Alrighty, and that's most definitely the most difficult part of the second pass done. Just coasting right now, not applying any pressure to the accelerator. It's working out quite nicely there. It's slowly turning here, and this is quite wide, this section up here, so it may need a third pass just directly in the middle there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn this machine back around and drive directly up the middle. So let's get the vibra turned off there and swing her around real quickly. Alrighty. Yeah, we're gonna struggle there, so let's get out with the shovel here. Get it a couple of whacks. That should help a little bit at least. And as you can see up there, it's definitely very patchy, to say the least. Extremely rough, but hopefully we can get it, or get the vast majority of it at least. Worst case scenario, we just get out with the shovel and sort it out, but it'd be nice to get it all done with this roller. Okay, so our terraforming is going to save. Let's just throw on the handbrake there for the moment. Take a swig of my Diet Coke while we wait. Alrighty, here we go. Quite a long save. Longer than usual, I should say. Come on, get up there. Alrighty, let's get out here with the shovel and do this last little bit by hand. Just a couple of whacks and we're good. We are good indeed. And I think where I had this roller parked up there is a decent place to leave it. I'm unsure if we'll need it on top of the mountain again, but we'll see how things play out there. Alright, let's just back it in there, and that's a beautiful little place for that. So the vibro is off. There we go. Alrighty then. So let's test this pad out. Can we get this truck up there? I have absolutely no doubt this thing is getting up this hill. Look at it, it's just gaining speed, even on this, yeah, this is one hell of a machine. Such a shame that there isn't much of a use for it. I guess this is quite a good use. Whoop. Whoop. Good lord. Alright, back her up there. I guess we should have thrown some snow tires, or not snow tires, but some chains on it. And she's struggling a little bit on this section. But not really, let's be honest. Ooh, take it easy. What happened here? I guess I didn't put enough gravel down there, but it's fine. No big deal. And actually, that little runoff that we made with the gravel there is not a bad parking spot for this. Let's just flatten it out real quickly there. And we'll pretend that that was the plan all along. Alrighty, so we have fuel up here now, that's the main thing. And this will have no trouble getting over that little ramp there. Beautiful, there we go. Alrighty, so we've made quite decent progress there today. Didn't take as long as I thought actually to get this gravel path down. And we can actually fix this up a little bit there. Let me get my ramp pieces real quickly. So then, there we go, and there we go. That's nice. We can get another couple of concrete blocks there and grid build perhaps. Not quite. So actually what I can do here to make that look a little bit better is get myself a couple of decks. 5 of them to be exact. Just so that we're not actually driving on this conveyor. There we go. Throw a railing on either side of that. That's nice. And yeah, I'm not too worried about the machinery turning onto this here. We can dig this out a little bit here by hand and get another couple of pieces in there just to complete the ramp. Seems to be fairly complete actually. Just a couple of pieces needed there. One piece needed there. It's not too bad. We can throw in a piece there as well, why not? Actually, let's do a little bit of smoothing there. And let's see what piece we can get in there. So it's this one, I would assume. There we go. There we go. Get rid of that little bit of ice, and that's nice then, even though the sunshine would have melted it. Oh, what an evening here in the Arctic winter. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. It's been a nice bit of progress. Our new wash plant and new dump deck here connected together now and connected together with the rest of the road infrastructure there. So we've no kind of excuses to not get our machinery up here and get to mining. So we're on top of a mountain, but we've a little bit of a mountain over there, and I think that's what I'm going to tackle first of all up here, or at least get stuck into it, see what kind of minerals and materials are in it. But yeah, cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.